Joint government will be what?
Yes,
within ODM, there's people like Ojenda who are fixated with power sharing. Everything he talks about is just who will be what and who will get what.
In all fairness, Ojenda mentioned it here before even the broad-based government happened.
I understand that. I am telling you that there are those of us who are fixated on power. There are those of us who are fixated on fixing this country. And there's a distinction. And I have not said that it is not possible. But I have said in the past, you know, we need to learn from the mistakes we made in the past. One of the things that I have learned in the past, I'm beginning my 8th year as SG in February of this party. One of the things we've learned in the past is that we have a responsibility to advise our leaders. And the beauty with the party leader, Raila Odinga, is that he always falls back to his troops to advise him. And he listens to the advice. The advice that we failed to give in 2018-2022 was that you were associating with a government that was extremely unpopular and that we were going to end up carrying the burden of incumbency when indeed it was not our government. This is the exact same situation that we find ourselves in. But the responsibility on the people who believe in ODM, who believe in the values of this party, is to not make the same mistake we made last time by keeping quiet and saying, oh, let us just keep quiet, this thing will work out. It did not work out. We are not going to make the same mistake. We have a responsibility to say, and I've said it here, it doesn't matter if you are not performing as an incumbent, if you are doing the things that this government is doing, it doesn't matter who supports you. You will still come up short. And I've given you the example of what we did last election. We had a coalition of 26 political parties, including a sitting president. We still came up short, Trevor, because we did not address the issues of the people. And the incumbency, the presidency, all those things that were happening, including the bodies showing up in Rivayala, the state of the economy, the demolitions, all of those things, we ended up carrying that burden. And I'm telling you, for as long as I'm SG of ODM, I am sworn to give proper advice to my party leader. I cannot go to Bungoma and be told by the people who supported Ruto that they no longer see him as somebody they can support. Then I come and report the opposite. I am not helping my party leader.
Should your party insist that this is the direction we're taking, what happens?
We will cross that bridge when we get there. I can tell you for a fact, Trevor, at the end of the day, my responsibility is to put things on record so that history can record that I warned that this is something that would still hurt us as a political entity. And honestly speaking, if you look at the political dynamics in the country right now, it would be very foolish for ODM not to field a presidential candidate. It would be extremely foolish. If you look at the math, President Ruto was declared president by a margin of 200,000 votes. All Raila needs to do, all ODM needs to do is to keep all its constituencies. We have not lost any of our constituencies.
Okay.
He has lost almost half of his constituency in Mount Kenya.
Okay.
How do you then support somebody? How do you help somebody when you can help yourself? That is something that does not make any sense.
That's why I saw